is we're going to make a movie green screen, and I'm going to show you how you can make one, be able to do like recording and stuff with it, and then we're going to go and I'm going to actually show you in the editor that I use how to actually put it in a movie.
Cool.
Okay?
Very nice.
So, hopefully, you know, it will help somebody out there be able to make their own machinima type stuff. You know, I think this is like my way of doing Kickstarter for Landmark Machinima. So, without further ado, it's really, really simple, okay? And basically, we're going to start out with a quarter circle. Me personally, I like using this one, which is a 19 by 19 quarter circle, right? And this is like our little starting point. I'm going to cut this little piece. I'm going to paste it down. I'm going to overlap it like so. We're going to go in one, and in the other direction we're going to go in one. I'm going to go into deletion mode, and I'm going to delete out that inside quarter circle. Hit escape, and once we get to this point, we want to go ahead and prime up our color that we're going to use for our green screen, which we're going to go to materials, plastic, go to green plastic, and right here in the center you'll see this matte green reinforced plastic. We're going to select that one. I'm going to select this whole thing, and let's go ahead and paint it. Do a Control X to cut it, Control V to paste. I'm going to hit our tilde key, and we're going to tab through so we can get it up vertical like this, and tilde, tab, and rotate. And once we get it into this position, I'm going to bring it down until we go right near the ground. I'm going to come up off the ground like 1 voxel. I'm going to paste, and we're going to hit escape. And here we have the first part of our green screen. Off the bottom of it, select and pull out a section. We're going to do this tip to tip right here. We're going to fill this in, and off the top we're going to do the same thing. Grab the top, pull her up.
User disconnected from your channel.
I've kind of got my light set up today, so I don't have many people complaining about my it being too dark. At least I hope.
Wow,
Okay.
You planned ahead of time.
I did. I had nothing better to do. So, okay.
Sleep.
Now, at this point, we're going to select that whole entire section. We're going to copy, and from here, it's just a matter of getting all this in line. And we're going to paste. And just keep pasting until we have made a section that is long enough for whatever it is that you're working with. The reason that you want this curve in it is for one major reason. You want a smooth gradient when you're actually looking at it as much as possible. This one probably isn't like perfectly smooth, but there are ways of fixing that, and you hang tight and I will show you how to take care of that. But the idea here is we have this like a smooth transition. Now, if you took this same material and just made a wall, it makes it really difficult for the CromaKey programs to basically to localize that one color. So we have this like a smooth transition between the two. Now here I'm going to grab all but the outside voxels from like here to here and here to here. So we have that one voxel outlying all the way around, like so. And now we can just take our smooth tool and touch this a few times, and you can see that it kind of smooths out right here in the center fairly nicely, not quite as, you know, drastic of a sharp pitch. Now if we take the ground and say I painted here and, you know, kind of grabbed it right here and pulled it up and painted, you can see there is a sharp edge right here. This right here would cause an issue with trying to chroma key with it unless you were only using the background, like so. And you see, if you back out of it and you're trying to do a recording of your character, this line would cause issues with the chroma keying. Now if I come over here and stand up on this thing and I turn this around, you can see that the majority of the green that is around my character is pretty much all the same color. That is the reason why we have this big old curve, etc., etc. Now, next, you want to worry about lighting. Being able to light up this darker section of green that's up here at the top and have as much of this the same color as possible. Now, if we come off to the side here, you can see we have this big old curve. You want to place your lights at basically a 45-degree angle from that curve. You want them up here in the air, okay? And I've already set one up, which is over here. That is basically in the format that I'm referring to. If you notice, look at that. It is all green and it's almost all the same color. So if I turn my character this way, spin it around, and zoom in, you can kind of see how, let me get rid of my UI here, where everything around my character is green. Very easy transition in between the shades of green. Very easy to chroma key out. Now, I can record something in here. I can, you know, with my UI gone, I hit enter, I hit, you know, my backslash and tribal dance. And I can record this. Make sure you take your mouse off the screen while you're doing your part of your recording. And I can sit here and kind of do different things, you know, stuff like that, and point, you know, all little tinkery bits like that. Now, after I record this section of it, and how you record it is kind of up to you and to kind of figure out. But after I get this recording, now it's time to take it into the editing program, and I'll show you how, you know, I did it in mine, and you can kind of go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit escape and exit the game here. I've already got my editor up in the background, and I've already got my character there. And I took this recording while it was daytime, so my character is a little bit, you know, it has like a haze over top of my character. Now, if you notice, right a few moments ago, I did it while it was dark outside, and the only lights I have are those two white orbs, and which is ideal for doing the recording. But I've already kind of set this up. I've got my green screen character. It's sitting here. I've got it on its own track right here in my editor, and I'm using Sony Movie Studio Platinum 13. This is what I do my recordings and editing and all that kind of stuff in. So we have that. I have a background image that you can't see right now because the actual video is basically sitting in front of it like this. But once I chroma key out the green, then you'll see the background. Okay, so here's my track that has, you know, my character dancing and all that kind of stuff, and I'll kind of give you a quick rundown of that. You can see she's standing there making all kinds of wavy stuff with her hands and stuff like that. Now, let's go ahead and do some chroma keying. Let's stop this, and I'm going to go back to the beginning. In this particular program, it takes one of these little plugins to actually do the chroma keying. Other programs, you can right-click the actual, you know, section, and you may have an option for chroma keying or something in there. But I do know that Sony Movie Studio Platinum, it comes as a plug-in, and you'll have to go through your presets to find it. But this is it right here, chroma keyer. I take this, I drag it down, and boop, I get this little pop-up. You can already kind of see here in the background the other image that's sitting behind the chroma key stuff.
User left your channel.
Now right here we have it's set to blue right now, so it's taking the blue out, but you know there's probably some red and there's probably some yellow still in there. Now the idea is to pretty much get rid of everything that is green. So I'm going to drag this up first, and right here on this particular line I'm going to mute that out so it's not in the picture. I'm going to click on my color. I'm going to use my little eyedropper, and I'm going to select right around my character up in this area, and it's going to select that green color. You can see it already chroma keyed out almost everything that was in there already. Alright, now we have that. I'm just going to click off of it. I'm going to turn on my background image again, and you can kind of see there's my character. You know, it's a little hazy, you really can't see it too much, so we have to play around with the thresholds a little bit. Let's pull this threshold up just a little bit, and let's bring the high threshold down a little bit. You can see my character is starting to kind of phase in quite a bit there. Let's bring this. It's just a matter of playing with the little sliders until we get it right where we want it. We want to set the blur amount to 0.0, like 2 or 5, to kind of soften the edging up around my character. And with that, I'm going to go into pan and crop, which is right here. And at this point, I can kind of move my character around. I can put her pretty much exactly where I want her. And I'm going to expand this window out so hopefully you can see this just a little bit better. And at the same time, I want you to be able to see what's going on in the background there. Let me drag this over just a little bit. Okay. Now you can see I can kind of move my character around in this fashion. I can also grab the edges and pull this up so I can shrink her back or bring her closer to the screen. I'm going to bring her something about like that. Let's bring her back just a little bit. And let's get her about where she would be in the real world here. But the idea here is to get that green out. And once you get the green out, you can put her in almost any environment you want. I can make her go to Tokyo, you know, and all of a sudden Tenma's in Tokyo, and you know, I could next second she could be in, you know, Germany, or she can be in Lipsby, Germany or something, and you know, next minute she could be in Paris. So you know, with that kind of thinking, you know, that's kind of what we're doing. So with this, I've got that kind of set pretty much where I want to. And I'm pretty much set to go here, so I'm going to exit out of this. And now I'm going to drag this back over so we can kind of see what's going on here. And then I'm going to hit play. And we're going to see what my character looks like in this Berlin apartment. And I think I added music, so, or did I mute it? I probably did. Pretty cool, right? So that is my big tutorial today. And hopefully you guys kind of figured out some little magic in the background and how people actually make movies and all that kind of good stuff. So with that, I really can't wait to see what you guys do with this. I'd love to see if anybody could get out there and actually do something with it. And if you do use it for anything, let me know. I want to see it. I want to see it. Show me what you got.